Hi everyone, this is a video response to Agent of Doubt, but not what you think. It's simply me adding to the discussion because he did a video about the first friend he lost to social justice. Now, she wasn't really a friend as such, really. This person that I lost to social justice, my first friend, she was more of an acquaintance, really, that I knew for quite some time, over like a period of 5 years, I'd say. And honestly, it's no real loss in hindsight, but at the time it was really kind of shocking that somebody would unfriend me, so to speak, because of my political opinions. In fact, it wasn't even a political opinion as such, it was more of an opinion on the game and what happened with this game. But first things first, let's just set the scene. So this is the early days of my channel being actually productive. So I think I was on my 4th or 5th video at the time, and what had happened was that Pillars of Eternity had come out and the SJWs censored it because this one trans woman complained about trans misogyny because a medieval fantasy game based on the medieval world and D&D and stuff like that, and the original Baldur's Gate had a poem where a man got drunk, had sex with a man who he thought was a woman and killed himself. A stupid, silly, humorous poem, darkly humorous poem that fits the world of Pillars of Eternity, and it got censored. It got removed from the game, got patched out, and I made a video saying that they shouldn't do that, that they should keep it in because it's censorship and it's not actually offensive because, one, in the context of the game, trans people don't exist. Now, I'm not saying that people with gender dysphoria don't exist in the game or in the medieval world. Obviously they did, but the point is, in that game is a medieval fantasy world. And I think he's quite clearly talking either about a transvestite or a man. It's not necessarily trans people, but this is how SJWs think. So I made the video, I moved on, and this was before I was using the Black Knight as an avatar for these types of videos. I wasn't on camera at the time because I didn't have a webcam, and basically I used a picture of me, my face, like Pluto Coffins does, and essentially the only way I could be recognised by any of my friends, if they found it, was through that rather than my voice. Now, unlucky for me, somehow through cosmic coincidence and luck, she found my video, she found my channel, and boy, she was not happy about me being against the censorship of poetry. In fact, she seemed to be very displeased with me, very displeased, very condescending, very kind of disappointed in me as if she was my mother, even though she wasn't. She was just some girl that I knew. Now, I'm not going to say her name, but I will tell you that she, yes, was a social justice warrior. She was a lesbian social justice warrior. In hindsight, I really should have known, but, you know, at the time, and when I first met her, I didn't know what a social justice warrior was. I couldn't point out to you what a social justice warrior looked like. But yes, she has the dyed hair, she has short hair, she has a girlfriend who's the complete opposite in terms of looks. And yeah, she's exactly what you would have expected. She basically told me to change my opinion. Change my opinion. She literally demanded I change my opinion. She felt entitled enough to tell me, bear in mind she's a social justice warrior, I'm a mixed race man, right? So I'm below the progressive stack, am I right? Because I'm coloured and she isn't because she's white, but she's a lesbian, I'm straight. So where would that go, like, exactly? I don't know. Are lesbian women, like, just higher than in the progressive stat than straight mixed race guys who also happen to have Asperger's? And she knew about that, let's not forget. Everybody knew. But that's not the point. The point is she was being entitled. She thought she could force me to change my opinion. Like, she didn't debate me. She didn't say, well, you should change it because this, that, and the other. Maybe you should think of it this way. Think of it that way. Like a proper debate, you know? She didn't. She just told me to change my opinion because it was wrong. I was wrong. No reasons why. I'm just wrong because she said I was wrong. And I politely told her, no, I will not change my opinion because you say so. I fully believe that this person had the right to write the poem that he wanted to write. It was not trans-misogynistic, that's what they called it. That was the first use of that word, at least as far as I know, at least a public use of the word that gained attention. It was not offensive in any way, and even if it was, that's your subjective opinion on the matter, and you can't tell him what to write, you can't tell the developers what to put in their games, and you can't tell me what to think. And she basically left it at that. You'd think at that moment that the friendship would have ended. No, it took something a lot worse than that. So then Mattress Girl happened. Mattress Girl, right? And as you know, the Mattress Girl videos that I did were the first videos that really gained attention. Okay, most of you won't know about that, but they were the first videos that I can remember that gained 1,000 views. They did really well. For a while, they were up there in terms of my top 10. And basically, she was watching me. Like, why? She knew she didn't like my channel. She knew she was rapidly disliking me. Yet she still watched my channel. Like, is she that, like, sadistic on herself? Like, she would watch somebody like me? Who knows? Maybe she still liked me at the time and thought, maybe if I watch him, I can try and change his mind, set him on the right path, so to speak. Maybe she thought I could be saved. I don't know. Because we used to get along. You know, we never hated each other. Like, we never actually argued at all until that point. And it just so happened that those two arguments was the turning point for her. Like, 5 years of nothing. 5 years of being nothing but nice to each other. And now that's it. Oh, no. Oh, you said something that I disagree with. Therefore, you have to go out of my life. As you can see, people, the personal is political. And when the personal is political, that means you can choose your friends based on politics, create echo chambers, and that's exactly what she did. Now, what was it about Mattress Girl? Well, I did the videos, and I talked about false rape allegations, stuff like that. You know, the stuff that everybody says, right? So, a right to due process, none gets to deserve that. If you look at the evidence, it's quite clear that she was a liar, and she was quite clearly just being an absolute psychopath, and she was trying to muddy his name because he didn't want to have sex with her this one time. And essentially, she watched this video. She must have watched it all, which I doubt, but she watched it nonetheless. And I made a status once. It's one of the few political statuses on Facebook that I've made ever in the last year. And she basically started a bloody Facebook battle with me. She said that I said that rape was not that traumatic, even though I never said that. I had made 2 videos on Mattress Girl at that point, and I thought, wait, I never said that. Why the hell would I say such a stupid thing? So I literally watched the whole videos, and bear in mind, these were like, I don't know, half an hour worth of footage. I wasted half an hour of my own time to make sure I didn't say that, because one, I didn't know if she was telling the truth or not, because I didn't watch them back properly. So I watched them back. Lo and behold, she was lying. I never said that. She was strawmanning me. She was lying to all her friends and my friends. Thankfully, I didn't lose that many people, actually. Most of the people who were liking her posts and stuff like that are still my friends today, for some reason. One didn't, but fuck her. We had a long argument, and she was like, show me evidence, but not the reason article. Because, yeah, the article that Kathy Young wrote that basically proved that the whole thing was a load of bullshit. But thankfully, there was another article she did on the same thing on, I think it was the Daily Beast. It was on the Daily Beast with Daily Costs. She wrote for one kind of daily thing, and I found that. I posted the whole thing. It's like, there you go. You didn't want the reason thing, so I gave you that instead. And she was not happy. And then one of my anti-SJW friends came in, sorted her out. This is the first time I actually debated an SJW, so I wasn't actually that good, but I still beat her, and she deleted me. Her girlfriend didn't delete me as far as I know. She probably has now, but I was kind of shocked at that. But the biggest shock was that another person deleted me, and we were friends, yet she sees this one thing, and this one person who she doesn't know, that she's never met ever, tells the whole world that I think rape is not traumatic. And even though she's met me before, and she's never got that vibe from me, and I've never said anything like that ever in the history of ever, she deletes me. And I'm just like, well, some friend you are, because you judged me based on this one person you've never met. So yeah, that's my first friend or acquaintance that I lost to social justice. She wasn't the first. I doubt she's going to be the last. And to be honest, she's no loss, really. It's not like Agent of Doubt's friend, which I could consider was a loss, because he seemed to really get along with her. They were good friends. They were part of a big group. And really, you know, Honestly, I know this sounds harsh, Agent of Doubt, but like, was she really worth it? If she was willing to just forsake a friendship because of politics, especially something as petty as that, and judge you and misrepresent you like that? I don't know. But anyway, people, let's make this a bit of a thing. Let's nominate people. So I nominate Jeff Holiday, That Guy T, Omegon, and I also nominate, hell, why not, DoctorRandomercam. Let's see if he does it. So, nominate 4 or 5 people. Actually, my 5th person will be Wizard of Cause. Don't forget to tag them in the videos as well, if you're going to do it. And let's make this a fun little exercise. So until next time, I'll see you later.